Testing 1, 2, 3. I took a break day, so you know things break. Dee Dee, Ranger, hello. Am I coming through loud and clear? 4, 5. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening. Hello, Zan. Hello, Jambola. I figured I'd specifically call out to see if it was working, because this is you are loud and you are clear. Excellent. I figured I would specifically ask, since I think this is the first time since I've gotten my new mic setup and we've used the capture card. So you know, sometimes two sources of technology do not play nice on the first try. I wouldn't have been surprised if something broke and it's like, frick, what happened? What's wrong? How's the day going? Day was okay. I don't know if I am getting sick again, am still sick, or it was just, you know, a bad day. I was coughing a fair bit. It seems to have stopped. I took medicine. Let's try that again. I took medicine this morning. So hopefully that's all good. I was looking at all of the medicine in the drugstore. Hope you don't get sick. Me too. I am so sick and tired of getting sick this month. I bought, like, oh god, they call them, like, the immunity shots, like those little bottles of, like, juice with, like, extra ingredients that are supposed to help the immune system. I'm like, I'm getting desperate here. But yeah, I was at the store looking at all the bottles of the pills and stuff. Because, you know, I'm an apothecarist. 95% of the time we're using plants, but been getting sick so often, I'm like, alright, time for the miracle of modern medicine, the tablet. And so I'm looking, because they say it's better for you if you only buy cold medicine that treats the specific symptoms you're having. Because, like, everything else is just extra and your system doesn't really need it. So I'm, like, looking. I'm like, runny nose, nasal congestion, no. We want to stop the runny nose, stop runny nose. Finally, I find it, buy it, get back to the apothecary because I went on my morning break, and I bought the nighttime tablets. Instead of, like, but, like, there was nothing on it that would specifically said, that it would make you drowsy. And I'm like, well, YOLO. Don't think they made me sleepy. When I got home from work, I had a nap, but I always avoid the drowsy ones, yeah. When I'm sick, either I am sleeping all day and no amount of caffeine is gonna keep me awake, or no amount of medication is gonna knock me out. That seems to be how it goes. I either sleep the day away when I'm sick with very little aid, or I have insomnia. There's no in between. Being sick and in and out of sleep is kind of nice. It is sometimes, yeah. As I always say, listen to your body. If it's telling you to rest, you better do it, or your body is going to pick for for you, and it will probably be a very inconvenient time for you. Case in point, Ace Iduna's husband has been very sick, but still going to, like, Christmas functions and stuff, and now Iduna felt she was getting sick. We were supposed to do stuff yesterday, and she's like, I don't know if I'm feeling that great. And I'm like, no. I'm like, you rest. I am also very tired, so I will also rest, and we'll just rain check. And then I saw her playing Baldur's Gate later. I'm like, you little... I can't really falter because I am also bad for playing games when I'm sick, but I'm like, y'all, you specifically said how much you needed a nap, and here you are at 8 p.m. playing Baldur's Gate. I'm like, stop. Bad. If anyone can fix her problems, it's Asterion. Oh god. I don't think she likes him. I don't know enough about Baldur's Gate to really know. She's talked a little bit about it with me, but not a ton. That's her and oh, what's her name? Alora? My other IRL who became a VTuber played Baldur's Gate together on Wednesdays as their thing. I sound like my mom when I stayed home sick. Yeah, my bad. But okay, look, I feel like usually when we stayed home sick and we played video games, we were at least laying in bed because we were using a console or playing, like, the Game Boy, not sitting at a desk in a computer chair. At least if you were, like, playing Pokemon on the Game Boy, there was, like, a 75% chance you were going to pass out at some point. Back when wires were long enough to reach the bed. Oh, God. Yeah, because these cables had to reach all the way across the room to the sofa. You can actually see the shift in how close they thought it was okay to sit in front of the TV. Because the NES and SNES had really short cables. Like... I think the answer... Like, good luck, you were pretty much chained. You could rappel down a building with a SNES controller. Yeah, I remember my PS2 when Papa Melis moved into the new house he shares with Mama Melis now. I went down to the basement to play video games because that was their thing. They were like, we're going to bed, you're still awake and noisy. You get kicked out to the basement to do whatever until bedtime. And I had to sit on the hard floor. The, like, only semi-finished basement floor with the thinnest carpet in the world. Because Papa Melis had the couch so far away from the TV that the PS2 cables and the controller could not stretch comfortably enough for me to recline on the couch. Office routine is just having The Office or Parks and Recs on the TV? That would be a good one. Lately, what I've been putting on when I've been sick, and this is so nerdy, and it shows how big of a fan I am of both these things. When I need to put something on because I'm going to sleep because I'm not feeling well, I put on, because ProZD / Sunwon Cho, the voice actor, he has a Let's Play channel that he's had going for years. And he and his buddies played through the whole original Ace Attorney trilogy. And I've been putting those on recently. I thought you were gonna say Star Trek for a second. When I was in high school, yes. Especially because, what was it? The Space Channel or whatever, they were almost always playing either Stargate or Star Trek. So yeah, when I was in high school, yes. I always had Star Trek on when I was sick. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong. God. And this is such a nerdy thing, but because Paramount has their own streaming service now, and they made it's like Picard or something. They made like a new series for Star Trek. And I mean, it was good. But this is like such an old man yelling at clouds thing. It doesn't feel like Star Trek anymore. It's too well produced. It's too pretty looking. It's too high budget. It doesn't feel like Star Trek anymore. It just feels like some sci-fi show. Which is fine, but no bad costumes, yeah. Well, and it's like everything's done with computers, like really high-spec computers, CTI, and green screens and stuff now. Very little's being done with stage makeup and, like, you know, actual props that have been constructed anymore. So it's like, oh man. It's lost its feel kind of thing. Even the Star Trek movies that were in theaters like 10-ish years ago still had a little bit of grittiness to them. Now it's like it's too polished, it's overproduced. In the first episode, they get, Picard is speaking in French to his dog, and I'm like, I love this actor. With all my heart, I have his memoirs. But he cannot speak French for shit. On a pratiqué. He tells his dog, I'm like, no, you did not. The British voice was not meant to speak French. It goes against Picard the character is French, yes. His actor is British. Like, literally from the British School of Acting, like, theater chopped, hybrid, like, kind of. Him and, Ian McKellar. So yes, Picard himself is French. They had a British man playing a French man on TV for, like, it's now been like 30 years, but yeah. Listening to Picard trying to speak French, I was like, oh dear Lord. I forgot that's the character's name and not the real actor, right? Like, he's been in other stuff. Obviously, he's like Professor X in Star Trek, but I just know him as Picard. But yes, Picard, it's Picard. If you were to say it in like the proper French accent, Jean-Luc Picard. Not Jean-Luc Picard. Potato to patata. It was just something about the way you said it was nerdy and took a second to say what it was. Fair enough. Hi, Art! Ooh, four-leaf clover. Very nice. I'm here, and you're Ace? Hi. I'm here, and I'm Ace. Well, I'm here, and Ace falls under the clear umbrella. Still counts. Alright. We've been yapping for a bit. Let me just... Let's get this over here. Okay. Yeah. The A in LGBTQA plus is for ace/asexual. It is not for ally, no matter what anyone says. It used to be, and then people were like, you know what, ally, stop trying to assert yourself into this. This isn't about you. It's like, you don't need to be part of our acronym. Final Fantasy. Yes, Final Fantasy. Fair enough? Yeah, I mean... Including allies was a good way to spread things, but... White Mage was your first crush? I don't think it's that weird. Now, hang on here. Where is the desktop audio? Hello? Can you guys hear the music or nah? Let me know. Because it says it's active? Nope. Of course not. Blah! Okay. Because it basically it said it was active, but it's not showing up in my tasks, in like my audio mixer, so I'm like... Because when is OBS ever nice? So true. I'm surprised I managed to get everything to work even a little. Because of, this is my first time using the XLR setup. At the same time as... I lost my train of thought there, but yeah, it's my first time using the XLR setup at the same time as the capture card, so I was expecting something to break. The pink one looks a lot like me. Zexu said that last time as well. He was like, why does that one look like you? And I'm like, 90s and pink-haired anime girls, what can I say? Can you guys hear it now? Or... Still nothing? Okay. Because it's showing on my end that it's working, but it's... Nah. Alrighty. Blah. Okay, let's see. It's always something. Such is life. Come on, you cursed little thing. Why you gotta do it like this? No, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Nothing good will happen if you go to sleep. There's that, there's that, there's that. Maybe restart it? Maybe. I mean, it's possible, but the main thing is that oh, what's the word I'm looking for? My desktop audio is not showing in my mixer, and that's what I use to get the audio. So that it's more of an OBS thing, not a capture card thing. Oh, come on. Get back in. Okay, so I hear it. Still nothing for you guys? If it's not one thing, it's the other. Always. Still nothing. Okay. So I added the audio to the mixer board under system, and that still didn't work. Then I had to go because, so when I get options, for the mixer, it's like headphones or system. It was on headphones? No, it needed to be on system, I guess. Both go through the XLR, but it's you have to be very specific with this. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, that's it for stream. Good night, guys. I'm tired now. Goodbye. Alrighty. Was a great 30-minute stream. Yep. It's like those streams where it's like, oh, yeah, if we do whatever, we end stream. Oh, like Furamoko. It's like if we stop twinning, we have to end stream and they lasted like 5 minutes. I like them. Thanks. Okay, one sec. Now that we have audio, I need to get my stuff set up again. On my side, so I can actually see what I'm playing without, you know, looking at OBS. Alright. So last time we had a bit of a struggle with the boss. I did do a teeny bit of level grinding off stream. Off stream. We'll see if that was enough. Stream, yes. We'll see, cause it's like, ideally, if we were gonna level grind, we should do it in the new area. But Scream! Hi, Zexu! Just, yeah, if we do level grind, it's ideally we do it in the new place because everything will be higher level, but the boss is just so crazy strong that it's much higher level, and I'm like, if we grind 10 levels, then we're gonna be over leveled compared to everything. And it's going to take a long time to grind in lower level areas, so, you know. Let's be strategic about this. So hang on, because I was looking up strategies. It's one of those stupid things where you have to they recommend casting, like, you know, haste and all that stuff. God damn it. Is that the critically acclaimed non-MMO Final Fantasy V for the entire console here? Okay, so yeah, it's weak to lightning, but slow in haste is probably the way to go. Yeah, see? You can see because I changed to a time mage. Yep, there she is. Like, these old games, I get why haste and slow are a thing, but it just drives me bananas. The days, the days. So yeah, we still need to level her up a bit. So we're gonna be yippee yapping. The way they slide around the sand. But hey! They can just do this! They just train themselves! It's like, oh, it's like Bravely Default. My classmates would laugh at me because I brought my 3DS to school to grind levels for Bravely Default. And so I'd be working on the computer, and then with one hand, I'm moving the joystick around. Because basically, you could have it on... Might be a tiny bit loud. Okay, my bad. Is that it? Oh God. Learning new mixer board stuff, and I'm like, how to, which one is my monitoring and which one is you guys? Thanks, Butter. Happy holidays to you too. Been mainly playing Octopath. I feel ya. I haven't touched Bravely Default yet because I want to stream it for you guys. Because that is one of my favorite RPGs. The hold that game had on my friend group, I tell ya. I still do the Murgurgur, which is the tsundere being tsundere. That was her angry noise. Murgurgur. You're gonna play alongside me? Aw, okay. Love her for that. Yeah. No, it was great. And God, so much of the music in that game was spectacular. The composer for it was also in the band that did Guren no Yumiya, like Attack on Titan. Trust also says Murgurgur as like a little Easter egg. Hey! I love that. Ah, yes. I'm trying to remember all the names for the cast in Bravely Default. They had a different cast in Bravely Default too, which was also good but different. Because we have Agnes, who's the priestess of the crystal. I can't remember the fairy's name. I'm blanking on the names. Ring a bell? Sticks in your head because it's like, that's one of the names where you hear it. It's like, what kind of name is Ring a Bell? Like, hey, you remember me, right? It's me, Ring a Bell. Huh? Huh? You know, like, because when you ask someone if like they remember something, you say, does that ring a bell? Ha 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 ha. I can't. Rainabelle, yeah. Rainabelle the frickin' flirt was definitely that era. Hate that I laughed so hard. No one can resist Dee Dee telling stupid puns. Octopath 1! Very nice. Oh, shoot. There we go. Time. Magic. It looks like she can use them all already. Okay. This to at least let us get familiar with stuff again. I did play Octopath 1 back in the day. I know exactly who Tressa is. I probably laughed at the McGurr at the time. I did really like Octopath as well. Very similar to that is I Am Setsuna, which was like one of the first games where Square Enix was like, we're trying to revive the old school RPG. I Am Setsuna, really good. One of my favorite games. Oh, it hits you in the feels though. Loved I Am Setsuna. One of those... I think that might be the game I have bought the most number of times. Because I got it. It's up there with, 13 Sentinels, because I got I Am Setsuna on the PS4 and the Switch. Okinaki? I think that's the same team, yeah. I am also looking forward to the adventures of I Am Elliot. They've been putting you through the ringer with the latest Octopath story? Oh no! The demo was really fun? That's good. Right, our ship's on the other side. I have to go through the desert anyway. No, Octopath is a great series. I really love Bravely Default as well. The one series I was grinding because I was trying to unlock all of the jobs. And there's one, I think it was like vampire or something like that. You have to fight a dragon. And it's just really, really freaking hard. And I had put in over an hour and then I messed up the rotation and died, and I just collapsed on my friend's floor. I was like, yeah, this is where we end for me. Like, I had already done the story. This was like a new playthrough where I was trying to get all of the quests and see all of the extra content. And I was like, I think I need to take a break. Yeah, there's a lot of different teams within these companies usually. gosh, Atelier! I was looking at those because Koei Tecmo is having a sale, and I was like, oh. They're all discounted. I'm like, girl, you already have like 3, 4 Atelier games in your Steam library that you haven't played yet. It's like, you do not need to buy more of these. It's like, but they $30. No! DD, stop! You get, every month you get to the end of the month and I'm like, where'd all my money go? And then you look back, it's like, ooh, this is on sale, yoink, this is on sale, yoink. Ah, you know, this isn't that expensive. It's only like 40 bucks, yoink. And next thing you know, end of the month, it's like, where did the rent money go? So much hate. Yes, traditionally the Atelier series have been in a trilogy where each girl becomes the mentor to the next one in the trilogy. Except for Ryza, because that girl is just too powerful, so they just keep making more with her. They're just never gonna let her retire. I think he's being sarcastic, Art. I think Jemble is being sarcastic. There might be a Ryza 4, there might be. I don't know. Do you think the fanboys can stop squeezing her thighs for 5 minutes? Because maybe then she can actually go and like she can actually get up and get a life. Yeah, they usually release all of them on one disc/cart later on. That's how I first started playing Atelier. I started with the I can't remember what the trilogy's called, but it's the one that has Meruru. Arlen, thank you! Jambola got me. My first technical Atelier was Esther and Logi, but that's because I watched the anime. I was really into some of the voice actors that were in that anime at the time, so I watched it without, like, you know, playing the game. I was scored by Rorona and my one save file, rest in peace. Beautiful. We love friendship. And then we became friends. Aww. See, that's wholesome. And then we've got Zexu in the Discord. Like, I think I found the love of my life in Fortnite. Excuse me? I mean, I've heard of people marrying folks they made in Final Fantasy 15. I haven't heard about a Fortnite wedding yet, though. I'm sure there has been. Your friend met his wife on Fortnite? Shut up. No way. And it's a good marriage? Like, he wasn't coerced. It's not what they call a shotgun wedding back in the day. Did meet a partner on Smash when Discord tags were a thing. Oh my god. Y'all. Meanwhile, all my partners were cosplayers. From, like, conventions that I met. Only slightly better. What, that my partners were cosplayers, or that I met them at conventions? Both? Oh, fair enough. But I mean, you guys have heard me talk about the cosplay drama all the time. It's very much a thing, but yeah. I mean, my girlfriend cosplayed as Sandalphon to surprise me. So I mean, is it really that bad a thing? When your significant other dresses up as your favorite character, just for you, without prompting. Never a dating app and never will. Yeah, I'm progressively inching closer to using one. I had... What is it? I've never actually met or talked with anyone. I downloaded one for... like, a single night, like Tinder. But if you set... and then I set all my preferences to girls only, and all I got were the frickin' people looking for a third. Like, a straight couple looking for a third, but it's just the girl posting. And I'm like, never mind. I'm sure obviously there are legitimate queer people on all the apps, but like, I was like, this is already too much effort. It's just harder to meet queer people unless you're in a really big city where they do a lot of LGBTQ events. So, you know, at some point you gotta swallow the pill. You gotta swallow the poison in your pride. But I wasn't in a rush because... What is it? My last relationship really fricked me up because she dumped me like 2 weeks after I had to put my cat down. And like all this other stuff, and so then I was like, you know, I'm just gonna work on myself for a while. The joke is there's nothing quite like lesbian relationships. They mail you heart-shaped cakes, and then they also destroy you emotionally at your weakest possible moment. That was like 5 years ago at this point, so I can laugh at it, but... Women, am I right? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I never rush into relationships. I mean... It was one of those things where every time I chased after someone, it would go badly. Like, if I was the pursuer, nothing good would come of it, but if I let people pursue me, then that's when I actually got relationships. Like, I don't know if my radar was just busted and I kept going after people who were bad for me or whatever. And so then, yeah, after... Because I confessed to one girl, and, like, it destroyed the friendship. And then shortly after, I met my ex-girlfriend, and we were together for a year, and then that destroyed me. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna stop chasing after people. I'm just gonna chill. And then 5 years go by, and I'm like, okay, maybe I chilled too much. But in that time, I got on antidepressants, and I'm like, you know what? I really needed to work on myself and my mental health anyway, so it's for the better. Oh my god, I mean, I've told you guys the story of how I was literally texting the girl who was gonna be my girlfriend, and I was telling Mama Melis about her. We were on vacation and she had been drinking and she cuts me off to go, is the reason you don't want kids is because of your depression? As I'm telling her about this girl I like, I'm like, I see where your priorities are, mother. Can I actually talk to my mom about that? Sometimes. Every time I talk to her about it, I can tell she's uncomfortable. But she's trying. So I at least try and meet her halfway, you know? Because her whole thing was not that she was upset by me being queer. In her own words, she was disappointed because she felt, because she's like, no parent wants their child to have a life that's harder than it needs to be. So like her whole, she was acting like, you know, I picked a career that was gonna be like, I was gonna be like living poor or something like that. Like her whole thing was just like, oh, I went, like, this is a bad life path. You're gonna have a hard time. Like, and it makes me sad. I'm like, it doesn't need to be that way. How would me marrying a man and having children necessarily be less difficult? God, I never told you guys the story of how I ended up coming out to Mama Melis. It was totally by accident, because I was just like testing the waters. Talking about, because at that point, girls at conventions tended to be very, let's just say, open with each other, even if they weren't gay, kind of thing. They were like, yeah, I can kiss my friend, it's fine, or whatever. And Mama Melis is like, well, if a girl did that to you, I would punch them in the face, and I lost it. Like, I just frickin' exploded. And she's like, well, I was assuming you weren't gonna like that, but it sounds like you would, and I stopped cold mid-rant. Because, like, my emotions just got the better of me. And I'm like, yeah, I like girls. And she's like, I thought something was off about you. And I'm like, well, that's not the worst reaction. But also hearing your parents say, I knew something was wrong with you is not what you want to hear. I'm like, well, it's better than being kicked out of the house, I'll take it. But I'm like, come on. It's like it's like if we were going to rate how parents react to their kids coming out on a score of 10, I would give that like a 6. You know, it's not necessarily positive. It's not, I'm in fear for my life. I need to get out of this house right now. It's just not great. So, like, she tries to be understanding, but I can tell anytime I talk about dating girls, she gets uncomfortable, even though she's trying to be positive. And the fact that she stopped asking how my dating life is going tells me everything. So, hold up 1 second. I forget not everyone has, frickin' a subscription when I start these yappings. Right, I was trying to, where is the raise? There it is. Resubscribed. There we go. Oh my gosh, you did have to subscribe just to listen to me vent about my mother. Well, thank you. Mini cootie, as they say. Yes, I did. Fair enough. You very much had to hear it. Fair. Alright. So I'm happy I'm not the only one. Aw. Of course not. People are much better about it than they used to be, but yeah. Because like I was saying before ads kicked in, Mama Melis tries to be understanding. When I talk about dating girls, but I can tell she's uncomfortable. And, you know, she stopped asking about that stuff whenever I talk to her. So, like, you know, that tells me all I need to know kind of thing. So it's kind of like, okay, you say you're fine with it, but if I actually if I brought a girl home for Christmas dinner, what would happen? Like, you know. I'm at that stage of sussing it out. Do we have? Yeah, we still got enough. Has she ever met a girlfriend? She has not, no. Though, the very first thing she did after she found out that I was gay was ask if I was trying to break Iduna up from her boyfriend. Which is like... I love... Literally every single person after I came out, they were all like, oh! Thank you for the follow! Yeah, literally every single person after I came out. I am here per a mutual friend. Heard you're gonna be playing some crosswords tomorrow. I am indeed. Indeedy, indeedy. What time will this amazing stream be? We are going to start at 2 p.m. EST. So, adjust for local time zones, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, no, Iduna was pissed. best. Can't wait to see you and Iduna kick ass. Excellent! Oh no, Bart! We're just trying to get through this desert back to our airship and everything's like... The music's so vibey. Desert levels really are a vibe. So it's like a maze? Yeah, because these tiles move you. Because our airship is parked on the other side. So many games in the past had like beach aesthetics. True, I'm not sure why. I mean, I think it was just definitely the standard. It's like you gotta have a forest, you gotta have like a snowy area, you gotta have like a volcano. Is there no, like, run button? I swear there used to be. Accidentally getting some levels in. Just going in a freaking loop with that one. Okay. Ah, there we go. We found it. Up, up, and away. There's something hilarious about sliding up a sand dune. Like, sliding down? Sure. Sliding up? Oh, there we are. We're back at the beginning. We made it. Get me out of here! We parked our boat on the wrong side of the desert. I did not think about how annoying it would be to get back. See, it's right there. Where's the tent? There's the tent. You've been learning about the fun, guys. Fungi can be pretty great. Alright, this map. Trying to remember the name of the dungeon. Ronka? Okay, right there. Literally. Easy peasy. Going up. Now let's see how we do this time. Not them turning white, because we've got some freaking time magic going on here. Oh, right, I meant to change back to Summoner. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to do our best here. This thing does manage to attack, we're not gonna... So the strategy is basically take it out, ideally before it attacks, because it sucks otherwise. Ow. Are we close? No. Or... I think we're only like halfway through the game, and this boss is technically like level 30. Everything else in this area is only in the level 20s. They just made this thing super OP just to be a pain in the ass. Sure, love that meat. Oh, there we go. Bye. Yeah, literally, you have to take it out before it uses that, because then it's basically a one-hit KO. Yeah, it's level 36. Everything else in that dungeon we're going into, the highest level is 26. It is just obnoxiously OP. For no good reason. There's always some point in these old games where I end up having a level grind for like a 3-hour stream just because there's like a sudden difficulty spike. Who else eats wood? Good question. How much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? It's been so long. Y'all forgot that I was good at tongue twisters, huh? Which is hilarious considering how often I stumble while saying a basic sentence like that. Same. It's not our fault that the language is annoying and difficult. Can be two-handed, okay. Just try and fake it till I make it. That's about all we can do in this world. Oh, okay. We can only throw ninja-related things, I see. Darn it. focused on everyone at once? Of course not. Because that would just make logical sense. How much HP does this thing have, you wonder? 2,200. I think we might just end up having to do another level grinding stream. Right? Like, why is this thing just suddenly so OP, like? Did I take out one of the launchers? Did that actually do something? Oh, I did! Ooh! Progress? Progress? Blast shielding activated. What does that mean? Damn it, it's already slow. Okay, it's worth a shot. And... oh, fuck! Okay, not as bad, not as bad. Hang on. Oh, silence everyone? Ah, damn it! I mean, it was worth a shot. Okay, you can throw the rods. Yo, 1,000? Bruh. We might stand a chance. again, I hate haste and slow, but they are essential for these old games for a reason. God. Like, just the idea of slowing down the enemy these days, just in gaming, feels very antiquated. But for turn-based combat, back in the day, it made sense. We'll find out soon enough. Here we go. Saving. And a free sound bit. Alright, we can't land on sand, God forbid. Our tent. Okay. Think that's good. Save. An extra time to be safe. And up on the big old ship. Now, stuff up here is a little bit, like, 5 or so levels higher than us, but it's better to level grind in an area with higher levels anyway. I did it! Yay! My 2 hours, or I guess like the 1.5 hour grinding on my lunch break paid off. Power Cat and other streams, you can! Maybe I'll move Power Cat back to being a free one. Since we got the custom emotes, I wanted people to be able to use them, but Power Cat is definitely super popular. How did Power Cat ever happen? It was an emote from so an artist I follow. They are also the ones who did the overlays I use for my gaming screens. Screens? Oh my god. Gaming screen. God. How can I tongue twister and I don't even say like. But yeah, so a few years ago, a bunch of artists decided instead of doing Inktober, they were gonna do like VTuber Asset-tober. So they made a lot of free or very cheap stuff you can use on stream, and one of those were these cat emotes. And that's how I got Power Cat. So it's not custom to us, but I wonder if anyone else is using these. I'm so curious. That's so Boehner, right? At some point, it'd be fun to get, like, modern DD with, like, Power Cat stance. things to think about. Now, what are we supposed to be doing on this ship? I don't even remember anymore. Oh god, it's the tombstones. The stone mask? Oh god, it's the pillarmen. Lord help us. Ow. I mean, yes, getting hit by an iron ball would indeed hurt. Man, season 1 of JoJo would actually be great for a watch alone. Because technically season 1 and season 2 were 12 episodes each. And JoJo was so fun and crazy before stands were a thing. I mean, it's still fun and crazy, but now it's just bananas, man. Do I not have a Phoenix down? Uh-oh. We do not, okay. Bizarre, you could say. Okay, even more bizarre than JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Bye! Thank you, thief skills. Actually, hold on here. Because sometimes in these ships, they have like a room where you can sleep. Oh. What a ripoff. Where's the nearest town? There we go. This town is getting so much of our money. Cannot find Buff Cat anywhere else? Yeah, like they released it on Twitter and through their coffee. Like I don't... it's like, yeah, I'm not sure how many people actually grabbed it, but I'm a big fan of their stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use this. Just funny how that stuff ended up happening. Because, yeah, it was a great thing for a new streamer. Because now I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, I can definitely invest in custom whatevers. Like, it's still expensive, but you know, I can save up and get them. Back then, it was like, just give me something, give me anything. Alright, there's the N. Items. Five Phoenix down, cause holy heck, why is everything so expensive? A lot of good stuff on Vegen now, yes, especially since they've added the shop function. So it's not just for commissioning anymore. Oh, I wanted to get more scrolls and shuriken for Ferris. Feels so weird writing stuff like Ninja Scrolls, Final Fantasy V in Google. Because unfortunately not every town has everything. So I need to see where we can buy them. They can be bought at Pleb? The who? The what? The what now? I thought I French swore again? Oh my god. It does sound like one, honestly. Shuriken we can get in Licks. Also Licks, okay. They're all in Licks. Perfect. That one we did unlock. I don't know where this other place is. Oh, melt? That's not even that bad of a swear word. It's just the French word for shit. How do I do that? Because meld is like the most common French swear. It's like the F word. Meld? Yeah, it... Oh god, how do you spell it again? You know, it's one of those words you say, but you almost never spell, so it's like, Yeah, M-E-R-D-E, meld. Welcome to French. A Rivals character says it? Oh dear, who? Oh, Gambit, that's right. quite a strong accent. I thought he was, well, okay. I was gonna say I thought he was Cajun, and then I was like, the Cajuns speak French, you dumbass, you dumb Dee Dee. Silly Dee Dee. The seasoning? That's, you never heard it in any other context? Oh my. Well. Cajun fries. Yeah, I explained this at some point on stream. You might not have been here. But the Cajun are basically the French that were exiled from New Brunswick in Canada back in the day. In New Brunswick, the French population is Acadian, aka the Arcadians. And then, yeah, so they got put on a boat, and you know what happens if you just sail around the coast of Canada and the US? Eventually you end up in like Louisiana area, and that's how they became Cajun. Yeah, stuff you learn in like French, like history class, basically. Because y'all, like the US had your civil wars and stuff, right? Canada had it too, between the French and English, trying to fight over like this country. You guys are fighting over like slavery and stuff, and we're here just like, we don't like you. The motherland doesn't like you. Therefore, we are colonies, so we must kill each other. Australia? Did you know Australia started out as a penal colony? Oh, you had no idea. Yeah, it's where the British Empire would send their prisoners. Like, if you committed bad enough crimes, they sent you down to... They exiled you and potentially your family down to Australia. So, if anyone is Australian and their family's been there for probably like a few generations, great-great-grandpa was a criminal. And that is how Australia's civilization, in terms of white people, came to be. Like, the Aboriginal people were already there, obviously, but yeah, that's why if you go to Australia, it's a lot of, like, Irish names, because who did the British love to exile the most? The Irish. Oh, Kelly something, I forget his full name, but he's like the most famous Australian outlaw, and his family was Irish. He was like Australian Robin Hood, basically. The Australian tribes? For some crazy reason, one of the Australian Aboriginal people's gods is in Fate Grand Order. I shit you not. For some gosh darn reason, one year they decided, hey, the summer event is gonna be in Australia, but they don't know it's Australia. And like all kinds of shenanigans. I cannot make this up. Speaking of FGO, I'm sure they're gonna make like a sequel game because it makes so much money, but the current plot with the characters might actually be ending. Because this is like supposed to be the final chapter, and they hit us with the whole, it's like, do you go back in time and erase everything, or do you continue? And it was like left as a choice to the players, and people picked, we're gonna erase everything and go back and give these people a proper life. It's crazy though. Okay, so I guess indirect spoilers for FMA in case people haven't actually watched FMA. Show Tucker, it was like the most hated anime dad. This character in the final arc of FGO, I think he has surpassed Show Tucker as the most hated anime dad. People in Japan have started using him as an insult. Like, your dad is Marisbury is now an insult. And I mean, fair, the guy's freaking crazy. Yeah, Iduna and I have been talking about it because Japan, North American Japanese server is 2 years behind the Japanese server. So it's like, it's still gonna take quite a while before it ends in like North America, but people have been posting screenshots that they translated into English and stuff. So I'm like, I'm living vicariously. Name, hello. All right, add some water. Back we go. Oh God, we're right across the ocean. Agua, yes. And drop. What you doing, me? Just spacing out at this point. My brain is disconnected. It is 9 p.m. We'll go for a little longer anyway. I forgot that the last thing we did was escape, so they just ran from the battle. Whatever, that's fine. 2020 disassociation, 2026. God, so real. I swear, after that Danganronpa stream on Saturday, I have just been disassociating the past 3 days. Like, what is time? Oh, not the back attack. Ow. Stop! grief. Is there any more for me to do with Danganronpa? There is Ultra Despair Girls, which I am very curious about because it is a game people have been like, don't bother with, it's garbage, and then also like, please play it, it's garbage, but I love it. And then, there are fan Danganronpa games that people have made, and also they are making Danganronpa 2x2, which is supposed to be a remake of Danganronpa 2. But 2 times 2 is 4, so, like, is it actually gonna be a remake? Because they said they're going to change up some of the crimes. So it's like, it's essentially gonna be like a new game. And even without that, I mean, there's Rainbow that I haven't played by the same creator. We still have to finish at least one path of the Last Defense Academy. And there is Shoot and Order, which is the newest game by that team to come out. That came out in like September. Do I think they're pulling an Evangelion? Of course they are. Cause what's the point in remaking Danganronpa 2? Cause it's not like the graphics are bad. It's not like it's unplayable. It's available on almost every modern system. You make a remake because the game is otherwise inaccessible or unplayable. So they're cooking something. I need to get... At some point, I need to look at Danganronpa merch. As much grief as I gave Danganronpa 3's ending, I think it's my favorite game out of the series now. With 2 being like a close second. But 3 has like my most favorite characters in the series. Like, Japan still gets a ton of merchant, like, collabs and stuff for Danganronpa. Here, it's like... If you're lucky, you can find Monokuma. Still love 1 best. 1 is great. I agree, just, I don't know. The newer ones have really stuck with me. Like folders and stuff? Yeah! I was sharing some artwork that in my Discord server, cause they're giving everyone such nice clothes for like some of the collabs, and I'm like, I want all of these, please! Trying to think. Top 5 favorite Danganronpa characters. Not necessarily in order of like least to most kind of thing. Sakura from Danganronpa 1. Gundam from 2. Chiaki from 2. Actually, I guess make it a top 10. All of a sudden I'm like, wait. I'm having a hard time picking. So yeah, Gundam and Chiaki from 2. Nagito is up there. But I don't know, it's like, I feel like he exists in his own category in a way. It's like, I love you and I hate you at the same time kind of thing. And then Kaede, Shuichi, Kokichi, and Maki really grew on me through the course of Danganronpa 3. But if I had to narrow it down to just like 2 to 3 from each game, it'd be Kaede, Shuichi, and Kokichi. And Ultra Despair Girls, true! Yeah, I need to play that one as well. I've already bought it, so... Because they had like the whole trilogy, they had the whole collection on sale at some point, so I scooped them all up. So we got it, we have it. In the new year, probably. I was like, do I really want to start another lone RPG right before the end of the year? And I was like, nah, there's already so much on the list. That's why I put IB for Saturday. I was like, let's play something that's like a little more one stream and done kind of thing. Because I do love the old JRPG Maker games. So it's nice to subject you guys to that periodically. There are also some indie games that came out that I purchased that I haven't had a chance to play with you guys yet. Some of which are also kind of JRPG Maker style. So yeah, there's too much stuff. There's so much stuff. I either need to find more time for gaming or I need to get faster at gaming. So many amazing games came out for free because of RPG Maker. You are so right. I mean, like, RPG Maker came with music. It came with all of the assets you really need. Like, it's crazy. Like, it could be really... You still kind of need to know how to program a little bit. Not as much as writing, like, full code, but you still need to be able to kind of put stuff together. But still, amazing. Alright. Anyone else we want to heal up right now? Definitely need to know your if-then statements. Yeah. Especially for doing random events or scripted events. Contained golden armor. Oh, that's pretty handy. Now we're Gilgamesh. Speaking of fate... out there. And all these invisible paths. Why? Enchanted fan, as opposed to the unenchanted fan. I see this is going to be a pain in the butt dungeon, but that's fine. This one. Ah! Aye! Era! I always forget there's wind spells in these games. You see them so rarely. Yippee! Level up! Level 22. We're leveling up because we keep getting lost in here! Is that where we came from? It is indeed where we came from. Shit. Someone get out the proper map! We lost! I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. That's at least one advantage of getting lost, right? Okay, that looks like where we need to go. How we get over there is the question, with all of these, like, invisible pathways. And the nice thing about about it being on Switch is I can just put it to sleep. We don't technically need to hard save. Ideally we should, but we don't technically need. Well, okay, we're playing a different game on Friday, so at that point I'll have to, but swing. Ow! They healed. That's not fair. Be gone. I like that shuriken's just insta-kill everything. Like, fed up with this? Fed up with this? Shuriken to the forehead. Naruto led me to believe those things are very ineffective. But I guess, in a fantasy setting, nothing beats a good old shuriken between the eyes. Nice! Alright, I see one of those, like, save points over to the side. Whether or not we can get there easily, that is another matter entirely. Oh my goodness, he's confused. Why? Lord. Where are we going? I don't know. Just round and round in circles. Please. Well, like I said, Oof. This is a good spot to level grind, but... door there. Oh god. Very complicated place. Good old ancients. They never made things easy. Weirdest status effects I've ever seen in a game. Yippee! Now what is a maiden's kiss? There you go. Alright, there's the random save point. How you get there, though? That is another matter. We're all basically already out of throwing stuff. Yes, dead end. I love that. Lots of chests, though. Shuriken, ancient sword, moonring blade, and power armlet. You think they're gearing us up for a boss fight or something? Just maybe? Oh! Okay. Thanks. figure out where to go, because that was clearly a dead end. That'll be a problem for next time, though. There's probably some invisible path somewhere I need to take. Gosh knows where, though. For now, I'm just trying to work my way back to the beginning so we can do a proper save. Because I've just been doing quick saves. Alright, we went down, but technically we could have gone a few different ways from this room. Phoenix down? Thanks. It's like they know. Oh, nice! Hey, what perfect timing! Dee Dee's hunter senses have never let her down. Perfect. Alright. Probably about as good a place to stop as any, because who knows when we're gonna find another save. Alrighty. Perfect. Alrighty. So, tomorrow we're streaming at an unusual time. We're gonna be streaming at 2 p.m. EST. So, just for your local time zones, that is... I'm gonna be playing Sonic Crossworlds. Words? Crosswords? I'm sure Iduna would play Crosswords if Sonic was there, but Cross Worlds, the Sonic racing game. We're streaming at 2 p.m. because she has Christmas Eve stuff to do, but we wanted to do something together for Christmas Eve, so we're gonna be racing each other on stream for your amusement. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for stream. Thank you for coming along. Alrighty. Who can we raid? I killed the big robot. I did! Aoi is streaming. We have not been able to raid them in a million moons. They were playing Nikke. So if you are still behind on that story, they're on chapter 8, which is very early, but hey, you never know. Alrighty, so let us go raid them, they're in Japan, so like I almost never get a chance to raid them. So here's raid. Here's this gold. And here's some merch if you're feeling fanciful this Christmas season. For now, that is gonna be it for me. So, if it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. And if it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. Until next time, take care of yourselves, wash your face, brush your teeth, eat a good food, and I will see you next time. Happy Christmas Eve if that's a thing for you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Mwah.